Yo, E-Dirt, or Matt Smith here, Hollywood Hills coming at you. Took a little bit of a break last week because there's not too much happening at the moment, but there is a lot happening now in the month of October. It is all about nailing down the championships. We've got our last rounds of the championships for the GXCCs. Farm Jam are very close to the end of their series as well. We've got the last round of Enduros, Enduro Cross, National Off-Road. Everything is about to get wrapped up. We are that close away from getting a ton of number one plates splattered onto the front of some box fresh 2017 bikes. Before we go ahead with off-road, let me talk a little bit about tarmac for a second. I know it's not in the spirit of E-Dirt, but high five Brad Binder. What a boy. We've been watching the TV the whole way through the Moto3 season, and he has been odds on the best man by far the whole way through the championship. A couple of guys have pushed him close, but last year he used to get beaten up. If he was leading on the final lap of the race, he would get boxed out down to 6th place. This year, woke up lacquer aggressive, Red Bull KTM, our number one and our South African world champion. How cool is it to say that? South Africa once again has a world champion. Brad Binder, you the man. Good luck for next year going forward into the Moto2 championships. Those guys are sweating it. Okay, moving off the tarmac now onto the dirt. October. I said to you guys last month it was an absolute banger. Believe me, it is. Week number 1, that's this weekend coming up. The next round of the Farm Jams up there in Middelburg. Get up there. It's going to be absolutely cool, and it's going to be this time to wrap things up for their championship. The guys from Vans Racing putting a great series together, and it doesn't look like there's a clash there as well. They should be good to go. The one thing we can say though, unfortunately, a couple of date clashes have changed things up as far as the FJX event has gone, and I'll cover that date in just a few minutes. So what we go is, the first racing weekend goes Farm Jam up there and the off-road format of that race. After that, we've got a double header. The second racing weekend is the final round of the GXCCs, and that's at Lakoa Lodge. Make sure you guys get out there as well. GXCCs have also been a very popular tour, keeping their nose clean, staying out of the way of the other dates on the championship, and Lawrence and Marilyn have put an absolute killer season together. This is where we get to wrap things up and name all of our champions. On the same weekend though, we've got Impy. This has been an incredible event. I've been working with the guys, all of the promotion, and we will be bringing you all of the racing footage coming out of that event as well. It's going to be an absolute banger. I'm going to be making my way down and helping the guys in the KZN Midlands. But if you haven't already checked out, looked at Impy as an option for your roof training, make sure you get down there. Already looks like they were topping out at something like 400 entries. It's going to be absolutely huge. Okay, after that we go into the third racing weekend of the month. This is the 22nd of October. This was the date that we were tagging for that final FJX On Demand event up in Middelburg. Unfortunately, a crossed wire there, and it does look like Mike Puzzi has moved his final event from the end of this last month, which is this weekend just gone, and he's put it into the 22nd. There's been an agreement made between himself and the guys at Farm Jam, so no love lost there. Everything is all good to go. Play on. The Bries are still on for Christmas. 22nd of October, final round, Night X. Be there. It's going to be absolutely huge. And the reason they brought it a little bit earlier in the year is trying to finish things off, make sure no one gets too busted, no one smashes too many bikes up, and someone still got some budget into play, because after that it's the big build up going forward into roof. Okay, that takes us to the final weekend on the month then. It's a big banger as well. I've just come from Sun City for the penultimate round of the Donaldson National Cross Country Championship for the cars, but at the end of this month, we wrap things up for the cars, bikes, and quads, all at one incredible venue out in Western area. The Atlas Copco 450 is the name of the event, but that is where we wrap up our national championship for the off-road cars, off-road quads, and off-road bikes. And do remember, especially on the bikes in the open category, Kenny Gilbert and Ross Branch separated by 1, 2, 3 points going into the final round. That's a gnarly one. Kenny's got the stable head on him. He knows how to get a number 1 plate, but Branch desperate for that number 1. It's going to be a hard fight between the Husky and the KTMs. Also for Hannes Simon, the EMD quad racer, he has done everything in his career except win a national championship. He just needs, I think, a top 6 finish to get the job done. He'll also be splatting a big number 1 plate onto his EMD racing quad. We wish those guys the very best of luck, but as you can see, October is absolutely huge, I'm going to be burning up the tarmac out there. But right now, it is just the build-up to a massive motorsport month in October. November, of course, couple of cleanup events, last few crumbs, but really November is the big build towards Roof. We'll take a little breath at the end of October, throw forward to the Roof, and maybe catch up with a couple of personalities now that the season starts to die down a little bit, and we can introduce you to the men and women behind the lenses, behind the goggles, and behind the helmets, and most importantly, behind the bars of the bikes you and I ride every single weekend. Nice quick one for Hollywood Hills. I'm out. I'll see you out there in what is going to be an absolute banger of a month. Hollywood Hills out. Have a coffee on me. We'll see you later.